EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Right there.
Play action now, Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Prescott on first down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. He's locked in early. 2 nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll go option to the short side. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
From the 39, Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Flush to his right. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Prescott from the gun. That one complete to Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup. A gain of 6 there on first.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And look at this, for the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Prescott to throw it. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Javon Kinlaw. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. So now Dak Prescott off, Greg Zuerlein on for the field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's going to be caught by Samuel. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. And he is going to have a 49ers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better. I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve It's third down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. There's Garoppolo to throw. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Mitchell. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, defense.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is Tony Pollard. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. A handoff left, Elliott. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 3rd and long for Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. On 2nd and 10, Garoppolo over the middle, complete to Samuel. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Here we go. 180. 55.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
Good job. Good job.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Garoppolo on 1st down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go. 180. Come on, the ball. 2 times. Hey, go down. Get the hut. You ain't got nothing.
On 2nd down, it's Mitchell. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 44, Garoppolo. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. And to give this time to the tailback. They find some open field here. Touchdown, 49ers. Elijah Mitchell with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Well, what a 1st half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Gold with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start on the ground with Elliott. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
57, Mike, 57. Go.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Switch up, switch up. Here we go. No, it ain't. Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Hey, watch that.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Zerline's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, in with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Second and 2. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jennings. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. And Gould is able to put it through. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. On first down, it's Mitchell. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 105 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route. And how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Now he'll escape, and I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. 0 turnovers in this game so far. The trend continues, but barely. Offense lucky that that one went out of bounds.
Yeah, they're very fortunate because when a game's going along like this one and neither side has turned the ball over, sometimes that first one can really flip things to their advantage in this type of a game.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 39, Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, They say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Prescott. And he's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Elliott will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
On 3rd down, Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 38, Garoppolo connects with Sanu right side. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On third down, it's Mitchell. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Looking to throw. Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On second down, Elliott once more. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Prescott now. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 46. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll make it a second down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot. And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
First down, Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D. Ford that time getting the sack. Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott, and he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 76 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott. That's Gallup on the slant. And the Cowboys are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, Brendan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt, and so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
2nd and goal from the 1. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Checks this one down, it's Mitchell. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Randy Gregory able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
After the sack on 1st down, Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
The Niners on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be third and forever. Garoppolo looks to throw. This is caught. It's Sanu. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Osa Odighizuwa. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Second and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. To throw is Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Zerline connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. His throw incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Garoppolo to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Let's go.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw, Garoppolo. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here we go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 37, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. On first down, Elliott. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Elliott going to get it again on second down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.